We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be.
Good morning, good people, great nation. Our special attendee for today, I want to specially welcome you. I want to congratulate you for being part of today's webinar. I'm Dr. Odunwayo Tunde Arogundade, the consultant psychology with Amelia Consult that will be facilitating today's program. I want to specially congratulate you for being part of today's webinar, and I want to believe and I'm sure that you can remain to be the same. You know, this is a 5-day online business psychology program, training initiated by Nigerian German Center for Job, Migration and Integration, as you have been told. And this 5 days being facilitated by Amelia Consult. I will be setting the ball rolling. I'll be taking the first dose today. I'll be speaking today to you on coping with anxiety and depression in this COVID-19 era. I want to feel your pulse. Just if you are hearing me, or you can make use of the chat, just say yes, yes, so I'll know that we are together. I'm waiting. Just use the chat room. Thank you. Thank you. I can say good. So with that, I can move on. So please, we want active participation. Please, you will need to participate. I can see you are very active. Thank you. I can see your yes, yes. So we have two ways of getting to communicate. One is the chat room, whereby we can discuss. Then there's a belt. We call it Q&A. That's questions and answer. I want to encourage you to send in your questions as the lecture is going on. If the question is something I will take in the course of the presentation, yes, I'll pick it up. But if otherwise, in order to enjoy clear flow, then we can take the question at the end of the segment. But please keep the question coming. Feel free, as we have been told, there's no foolish question and there's no know-it-all facilitator. So we interact together, we'll make ourselves better as iron sharpens iron. So please send in your question using Q&A. And if you have anything under discussion, yeah, you can use your webinar chat. Please, I want to also employ you that you are expected to complete the pre-evaluation assessment, which I want to believe you have done, and that will be done on a daily basis for each segment. As you know, it's a 5-day program. So you need to complete this pre-evaluation questionnaire before the training. Then after the training also, you need to complete so that we can also get the feedback from you to know how this training has impacted into you. So please feel free to do that. The purpose of this training is to help you discover the benefit of what now? The benefit of the new way of doing things in this new era. You know, we are in a new era now. It's a pandemic era. So we need to know how to keep our business moving. You know, you have been told it's the survivor of the fittest. So I want to encourage you to take all that you can take in this 5-day online program. And I believe that at the end of the day, you'll be a better person. So please be an active participant. Make sure you participate in all. And a session is just an hour per day. So today I'll be speaking on coping with anxiety and depression in this COVID era. You will agree with me that life is full of cases, different times and season. Different times and season. We have season, we have challenging season, we have exciting season, we have tough times, we have good times, we have bad times. That's life for you. We have a time in this country where we talk about oil boom, that money was just flowing in. Crude oil was making impact. Now we're in another season, a challenging time, a time of crisis caused by COVID-19. And the issue is it's not affecting just Nigeria. It's a global pandemic. So it's all over the world. It's all over the world. The world is experiencing challenge now. So I want to believe that we need to learn what we need to do in order not to be missing, so that our business will stay and will keep moving. So I want to believe that as we share together today, you will get the best from what we have come to learn. So please, as I said, make use of the Q&A, question and answer belt, to send in your questions to me, which I'll be monitoring, and also the chat room. From time to time, I'll get the pulse from you. So I'm looking at that. As I said, my name is Dr. Duayo Arogundade. I'm a consultant psychology, facilitating this program on behalf of Amelia Consults today. And as we have set the protocol in order, I believe by now you know what to do. From time to time, send in your question, fill the pre-evaluation question, and don't forget, at the end of this training also, send in your answer to the post-evaluation question. So as I said, the Nigeria is going through, and the world at large is going through a time of crisis, a challenging time, a tough time caused by COVID-19, a respiratory infectious disease, that is spreading very fast. And at the last count in Nigeria now, you'll discover that we have done over 4,000 confirmed cases. 4,000 confirmed cases, I believe you are following. So it's not new to anyone. And this era has brought about new ways of doing things. It has come with its own challenges. But the truth is that in every problem, there are opportunities. In every problem, there are opportunities. So the challenges are there. The problems are there. The lockdown and the new way of doing things are there. But much more than that, we need to develop coping strategy. Please note that this era has brought about a lot of emotions, sadness, loneliness, restrictions, and the like. So the prominent emotions that has come with this era is what we know as fear, anxiety, and depression. Fear, anxiety, and depression. They are very prominent in this area. Fear, anxiety, and depression. So today our aim is to see how can we ameliorate, how can we cope with this anxiety, because every business owner is afraid of business failure. I know fear of failure is even worse than failure itself. So one of the things that can keep us at par, keep us relevant, is to know how to tackle anxiety, fear of unknown. So in today's discussion, we have highlighted what we need to know. Number one, we need to understand the concept of anxiety. Yes, you have known it before, but at least you can get a better information from here. We look at the concept of anxiety. We look at types of anxiety, normal anxiety, anxiety disorder. We want to see triggers of anxiety and depression. And we want to see how can you recognize that you are going through anxiety or you are going through depression. How can you recognize those symptoms, those signs? Those are well physical signs, psychological signs, and behavioral signs. Those are the common. We want to see it together. Then we want to now go to how to cope. I'll be sharing with you 10 tips on how you can cope as a business owner, as a boss of your own right. How you can cope in this COVID-19 era and also post-COVID. Even before this pandemic era, people go through anxiety. So it's normal. But this era has also brought accelerated one. That's accelerated the anxiety so much so that if care is not taken, it can get out of hand. And that's why this lecture, this training is very, very important. And as you have been told, this is just number one. We are going through 5 days. So other persons will be coming with different relevant topics to help you better yourself and cope better so that you can remain relevant. Then Under the final one, we'll be looking at where to go to if help is needed. If help is needed. So it's not a stigma to go for counseling. It's not a stigma to go for help. So we'll look at where to go if help is needed. So today we are welcoming Mr. Worry. Mr. Worry. That's what we are discussing about. I remember there was a particular story of a priest who happened to be a seer, and he was fortunate to see death coming to a village. And as he saw death coming to that village, he asked him, said, Mr. Death, what are you coming to do in this village? Death said, you know me now, my name is Death. So I come to take 100 people today. And it was alarmed, taken aback, 100 people, wow, let me quickly go and warn my people. Let me go and warn my people that death has come. He said, let me go and warn my people that death has come. And he ran into the village and he started announcing, please prepare. Death is coming to take 100 people. Prepare. Death is coming to take 100 people. Lo and behold, death came in. And by evening time, as he was returning back, the seer, also known as the priest, met him. He said, Death, you are not, you are a liar. He said, why do you call me a liar? He said, you say you are coming to take only 100 people. But lo and behold, at the end of the day, 1,000 people have done. 1,000 died following your arrival. And Death smiled, said, well, my name is Death. I've come to only take 10 people. But the remaining 900 people, or I've come to take 100 people, the remaining 900 died as a result of their own fear. That it was not his intention to take them, but they went with him because of their fear. So fear is dangerous. Fear is dangerous. It can be harmful to our mental health. And when anything goes wrong with your mental health, it will affect your performance. It will affect your business. It will affect your relationship, even with your loved ones. So we need to really see how we can ameliorate our fear. In as well as fear is normal, but we need to think of how we can ameliorate. So we discovered that in this case, death came in to take just 100 people, but unfortunately, what happened? 1,000 went because of their inability to manage their fear. They were able to manage their fear, and as a result of that, that fear took them. So fear, it's a major thing that we need to see. And you know, the truth is that fear is a brother to anxiety. Anxiety is also a brother to depression, and all of them can also be relative of death. So as we say, they all have a link together. Fear, anxiety, and death. So as a business owner, I know you don't want your business to fail in this time. So you will be demonstrating your own worries and fear. But the truth is that fear of failure is worse than failure itself. Fear of failure is worse than failure itself. So you need to know, how do you cope with fear of failure? So much so that you are not also part of those who will lose the business as a result of their fear. So that you don't lose your business as a result of your anxiety. So that you don't lose even the little profit because of fear of unknown. As we have noted, this COVID-19 has heightened uncertainty over the economy, employment, finances, relationship, physical and mental health. So it's a time of crisis, and it's a global crisis. It's a global crisis. As an individual, as a business owner, you have your fear. And one of your fears is, what is going to happen next? Everyone is concerned. When will the lockdown be over? When? Oh, okay, they're easing the lockdown now. But much more than easing the lockdown, will life return back to normal now that everybody is wearing face masks? That's a new normal. So So we must now see, how do we relate? How will I keep my business flowing? As a business owner, you are concerned. Which way forward? You are concerned with your business strategies. How will I keep myself from failing? You are concerned how to maintain your employees if you have one. Even how to maintain yourself, how to keep the cash flow coming in. What's going to happen next? The crude oil price is dropping. Inflation is coming in. Dollar is no more what it used to be. So there is problem. But inside every problem, we have opportunities. But if you're able to manage this, your fear and anxiety, then you can overcome stress, you can beat down your anxiety, you can overcome depression so that you can make direction. Now, being your own boss is very, very exciting and challenging. It's very exciting. You are in control. You are an entrepreneur. It's good. You are in charge. But much more than that, you are also having trying time. Some of the burdens that you carry is day-to-day running of your business, especially in this COVID-19 era and post-COVID era, because the COVID-19 or the coronavirus may still stay for a while. But we desire and we will do everything possible to ameliorate the spread. So you are concerned, which is normal. Every entrepreneur is concerned with his or her business. How will I keep my business running? What are the new ways of doing things? So you need to strategize. Coping method in this time of crisis. For example, we could have called you to come to a center, maybe in Lagos or thereabout, gather together and have this seminar. But the era has brought about increase in webinar, whereby we need to now see ourselves on another platform and still get the same result. So as a business owner too, you need to develop another platform or develop another strategy to get even a better result than before, despite the crisis. So this is a better way now of reaching out to you. So you are the comfort of your homes and your offices, and we are relating together. That's because we have devised a better method of reaching out. This webinar has always been, but I want to tell you that the COVID-19 has prompted it, has given it a boost. So you can also give your boost by strategizing how to cope. You want to see the cash flow, you are worried about cash flow. Maybe you're a salesman and you have given out goods outside. The goods that you gave for 10 naira, if you are going to buy them now, even when they are paid the 10 naira, you can't get it for 10 naira again. Inflation has come to play. So you are worried. The money coming in cannot meet the demand. Then your employee, how do you maintain your employee? Now, maybe you have 2 or 3 stars. For 2 months that they have been at home. These people will need money, will look for money. They want you to pay them. Nobody wants to listen to excuses. So how do you maintain them? So that, number one, you maintain them and you retain them. Otherwise, they will look for greener pasture. Then you have other business responsibility and uncertainty. Thus, you are open to fear and anxiety from time to time. You are open to fear and anxiety from time to time. And as you know, anxiety is caused by fear of failure. Anxiety is caused by fear of failure. By the way, what is anxiety? What is anxiety? Anxiety is a state of apprehension or worry about a danger or threat that might occur in future. So the thin line between fear and anxiety. Anxiety is more like fear of what will happen in future. You are anxious. It has not even happened, but you are worried. You are disturbed. That what if dollar keep growing higher to 1,000? God forbid. What if the inflation keep rising? What if there's recession? So the what if keep coming to your mind. What if my business fail? What if I lose my customer? Maybe you are running a restaurant and now people cannot sit in that restaurant to eat. How will I cope? So you are apprehensive. You are worried about what tomorrow will hold. So you are disturbed. And the truth is that anxiety leads to depression if not managed. And depression, we said, is a prolonged feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, and sadness. When things seems you have lost control, there's nothing you can do. All hope is gone. You are sad. The business is going down. Money is not coming in. You are locked home. You are locked at home. There are some people that run maybe bus, transportation business, but now you can't move for obvious reasons. So there's helplessness. The policy is out. You need to obey. Failure to obey, you also fall a victim. Start to serve community services and all manner of sanctions given by the government. And now there's also a lockdown again. You can't do anything in as well as government decides same. So we are now looking at how can you as an individual ameliorate or cope with this anxiety so much that you can stay in business and your business can keep running. Please note that there's a link between your thoughts and your feeling. And your feeling will also affect your behavior. As psychologists, we are interested in human behavior and mental processes. We're interested in your physical and your mental. So here we are focusing more on your mental health. And here we are looking at your thoughts, how your thoughts goes a long way to affect your feeling, and your feeling will affect your behavior. Please note also that anxiety can be normal and abnormal. That's the true protection of anxiety. It's normal. Minimal anxiety is normal. Everyone is expected to have, to be apprehensive a little while. And anxiety can come in diverse ways. We have test anxiety, we have public speaking anxiety, and all the like. For example, in coming for this seminar now, there's a bit anxiety that I also experienced, and that made me to prepare so much so that I can give you my best. So anxiety is normal. So it's normal to be apprehensive, to be worried, but too much of it is bad. So we have normal anxiety because it serves as the basis for our survival. It helps the body to prepare to cope with danger and challenges. So it is normal to have a degree of anxiety. And it also helps your performance, helps you improve your performance. It helps you stay at alert. Can you imagine a student that is to write an exam and said, there's no anxiety, then he goes to sleep throughout the night, sleep throughout the day, only to go to the exam hall? He won't be able to come except otherwise. On a normal circumstance, he will not be able to perform optimally. But with the little anxiety that, I don't know where the examiner will come, where the area of concentration, it will keep the student on his toes and will help him to cross his T and dot his I. So also with a businessman, anxiety is normal. To a large extent, it will help you to dot your T, it will help to cross your T and dot your I, and take some precautions. You don't just go and buy anyhow. You know how to save. You don't just invest blindly. So anxiety is normal. But the other way is the abnormal. When it becomes abnormal, when it starts to interfere with your normal daily living. Anxiety becomes a disorder when you are unable to function normally as an individual. For example, you start to experience high beats, increased high beats or heart rate. Your heart start to pant, you start to sweat, you start to feel heavy, you feel afraid to get up from the bed and the like. So we have things like that. Yes, I can get your question. Yes, I agree with you. As I said, yes, thank you. I can see one said anxiety is normal. Does it mean it needs human survival? Yes. Yes, you need anxiety. Just like stress, it's needed for our survival. It's needed. Yes, it is needed. But the problem that too much of it is abnormal. Thank you very much. Too much of it is abnormal. So please, let's take note of that. Then, sorry, let me just take, I think this question is very also, okay. Okay, I'll take all the questions so that we can move on. I appreciate your question. Please let them keep coming in so that, yes. All right, somebody's asking for the slide of the question. Okay. At the end of the day, we'll take all your questions all together. Okay. So, as we said, anxiety turns to a mental disorder. Anxiety becomes a mental disorder or anxiety disorder when you start to interfere with your daily living. Daily living, as said, it makes your performance. It impedes or impairs your daily function. So quickly, before we go to how to cope, there's also a need to understand types of anxiety disorder so that you can quickly know when you are going towards one and check yourself. Quickly, we'll look at this type of anxiety disorder. We have like 5 of them. So I'll talk about them briefly. Then we'll go to our focus, which is how to cope. Okay, so the first one, we call it phobic disorder. Phobic disorder is an irrational fear. It's a type of anxiety disorder, irrational fear, which is also classified into 2. We have social phobia and specific phobia. Social phobia talks about fear of social gathering or social events. For example, now, you might even be, with this COVID-19, you might be afraid of going to the market. Markets normally should not connote fear. But because of the spread of this COVID-19, one may be nervous and afraid. Oh, I can't go to the market again. Or you can't even go to any gathering. Even people may not even go to churches, mosques again because of fear of this spread. So it can affect you even taking your business outside. So that's social phobia. It's irrational fear of social gathering. Then we have specific phobia. Specific phobia talks about fear of events. For example, some can be afraid of water. Water should be normal. Normal and a normal person should not be afraid of water, but that's a specific phobia. That's hydrophobia. We have claustrophobia, fear of open space. Fear of even disease, fear of contacting disease, fear of the disease spreading, fear of all manner of fear, business failure. Those are specific phobia. So phobia is irrational fear. Then we have what we call generalized anxiety disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder is another type of anxiety disorder. In this case, you are just afraid without any good cause. You don't even know why you are afraid, just know you are afraid. You can't lay your hand on the cause of the fear, but you know that you are afraid. Then we have what we call, we have the next one we call panic disorder. Panic disorder is also a type of anxiety disorder whereby you just have a sudden fear of death. Oh, what if I die? What if I contact? And the thing comes so sudden that it impairs your behavior. Oh, what if this business go to recession? I've gone on loan. How will I be able to pay back? My family will suffer, and that may make you to start to have mental illness. Then we have what we call obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder. When I talk of obsession talks about irresistible thought. You can't control the thought, but you just know that you are just nervous. The thought is just coming. You can't control it. For example, you wake up in the morning, you are bothered with COVID-19. Everything is just about coronavirus, and it's affecting your behavior. That is an example of irresistible thought. You want to stop thinking about it, but see that you cannot. You just want to hear about it from time to time. Then we have what we call compulsion. That's compulsive disorder. Compulsion in this sense talks about irresistible action. You just see yourself doing it over and over and over. You just see that you keep doing it over and over and over. You can't control why you are doing it, but you see that you are doing that thing and it's affecting you. For example, now that you need to wash your hand, you see that you keep washing your hand, but at the end of the day, this hand, you have washed it, but you just still feel uncomfortable. And everywhere you are going, you are not carrying water up and down. You are carrying sanitizer, which is required. But when it starts to impair your behavior, it becomes abnormal. All right, so having looked at, yes, thank you. Let your questions coming in. Thank you for your questions. I'm receiving them. All right, so having talked about that one, we have, yes, thank you. We have the last one, which we call post-traumatic stress disorder. It's also a type of anxiety disorder. And this could be a result of having experienced a traumatizing time. For example, maybe you are isolated, you are quarantined for known or unknown reason. Or maybe, for example, you had a contact with a COVID patient. Though you have not contacted the COVID, you have not contacted, but you have to be isolated for 14 days or thereabout, you are not taken care of. After the COVID, after the era, you still remember the experience and makes you feel very bad. You become traumatized. This is an example of post-traumatic stress disorder. We can have a feel, at least, of what anxiety is also all about. It's a sense of loss of control, fear of unknown, and this fear can keep you on your bed. This fear can make you lethargic, inactive, and down. And the purpose, as we said, of this webinar is to see how we can help each and every one of us come out of this box, so much so that our business is not impaired, our mental health is not caged. Because if anything happens to your mental health, as we said, it will affect all around, not just your business, your relationship, and everything about you. And if anxiety is not taken care of, it can lead to anxiety disorder, which is a mental illness. So as we proceed, I want to trust that you will follow suit. Now, we have listened to some of the signs and symptoms of anxiety. You have seen what it looks like to be anxious. So having said that, what are other signs that you need to look at when you talk about anxiety? What are other signs that you need to look at? You know, anxiety has three major components. And these are the three components that I want to quickly talk about. Three major components of anxiety. We have the physical, we have the psychological, as well as the third one is called, we have the physical, the behavioral. So when we talk about the physical, we are looking at those symptoms that you see within you that make you know that you are anxious. Those things that you see within you that make you know that indeed you are going through anxiety. For example, your heart starts to pant, and that may make you very uncomfortable. You see that you are just panting and panting. In that situation, you are very uncomfortable. There is fear. There is physical. We talk about fast heartbeat, irregular heartbeat, increased breathing. You are just breathing and you know that something is wrong. There's dry mouth, there's stomach ache, and all manner of problems that you think you are going through. In this situation, you know that no, there is a problem. You are seeing the symptoms of, yes, you are seeing the symptoms. Fast heartbeat, irregular breathing, dry mouth, weakness, and all manner. Those are physical signs of anxiety. Then we have the psychological component. How do you know that you are going through stress, fear, anxiety, leading to depression? Number one, you see that you are unable to concentrate, or you can't make decisions. You just see that your mind keeps wandering. Your mind seems going blank sometimes because of fear of unknown. We have feeling of overwhelmed. You are overwhelmed. You are worried. You are disturbed. You are unable to even solve your problem. Then you get irritable. You get angry. You are sensitive. You tend and you keep thinking about work. You know, your mind is bothered. So much that you can't even find a reason to go out of bed. These are some of the psychological components that affect your psyche, your thinking. So much that you know that there is a problem. You see that you are just, your mind is fidgeting, you are shaking, you can't concentrate, you start to have mental challenges. Then the other aspect is called the behavioral component. The behavioral talks about this, your thought, the physical and the psychological combined together now affect your behavior. You now start to act abnormally. You can't face your day-to-day tasks. You start to avoid people. Your business, you start to avoid calls because you are afraid. What will they say again? You start to avoid gathering. Maybe you don't want to listen to news again. You don't want to listen to anything. Those are behavioral components showing that you are going through anxiety. Or it's even possible that you now start to drink. Some, in order to cope, they want to start to drink in order to ameliorate this problem. All these are behavioral symptoms of anxiety. Having discussed that, then we go to the cocoa and the major of the matter. I want to believe that you guys are following. Now, the major thing, now having understood what anxiety is all about, having understood the types of anxiety from normal to abnormal, then there's a need to move to how we can cope. So we spend the remaining time sharing on coping strategies. How do we cope? How do we cope with this anxiety? How do we cope with this anxiety? These are some of the things that we need to look into briefly now. How do we cope with anxiety? Okay, there's a question from here which is just as we're talking from Victoria. Yes, he said, when your heart rate increases almost every time, does that indicate anxiety? Yes, thank you very much. That's the thing. That's a sign that you see that your heart is beating fast. Just now, that can be under generalized anxiety. If you cannot even pinpoint the cause of the habit, just like you are beating, you are panting, it's like you are seeing a mad dog chasing you. The adrenaline is high. The what we call under nervous system, autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic and sympathetic. The parasympathetic will just raise the high blood pressure and you are just panting. That is a sign. So now, yes, it came said, how do we overcome generalized anxiety? And what are the specific measures that we can take? Yeah, that's what we are looking at to attain the above. Yeah, that's what we are looking at. We want to see how you can cope. You know, when you talk of coping strategy, we are saying, how can you undo it so that it doesn't get out of hand? How do you undo it? Coping is how to ameliorate it. But if it's getting out of hand, then that's the last one. You need to go for help. You need to seek help. But let's quickly look at 10 tips so that we can keep track of what we are doing. Thank you for your questions. Please let them keep coming in. Yes, and that question is, can we have the slides? Can we have the slide? Yes, the organizers will give us, the annual consult will answer that question. But let's move on. Just get the best how you can get from here. Take notes and see how you can make do with what we are doing. Don't be bothered. Some are already anxious. You want to get the slide. But even more than the slide, see how you can learn one or two things and take note of what we are doing. So the last bit that we are focusing on is 10 tips of coping with business anxiety. Now, you can say I've quoted now to business anxiety because anxiety is general. You can have test anxiety, public speaking anxiety, and all manner of anxiety. But here we're looking at business anxiety because you are business men and women and you are a boss, you are an entrepreneur of your own kind. If you don't have a business yet, I know you are planning to have one. And if you have one, you are looking at how that business can keep soaring. So we are looking at how you can cope with this business anxiety. Business anxiety. So I will be sharing with you these 10 tips. There can be more than that. You can even develop your own. But these are 10 tips. But please note that if it's getting out of hand, as I said, then you might need to seek help from mental health professionals, maybe psychologists, psychiatrists, and other mental health professionals. But we'll get there. Let's take number one. Number one tip in order to cope with anxiety. Number one, that you must identify the cause of anxiety. What is the cause? What is the cause of anxiety? What is the cause of anxiety? Yes, I'll answer your question. Please let them keep coming in so we don't break the flow. You need to identify the cause of your anxiety. Now, it's possible that here we are trying to narrow the focus to COVID-19, that, oh, coronavirus is the major cause of anxiety now. But, coronavirus also carries its own associates. It has its friends, its concubine. You understand? COVID-19 has consequences. And that's why, if that is the one, you need to identify the cause. Is it COVID-19 that is the problem? Now, why is COVID-19 the problem? Then you are thinking of business failure. Oh, my business may not succeed. Now we are told not to do this business again. Now there is restriction. Now there is lockdown. Now, that can be your own cause of the fear. So there's a need to identify the cause. And there's a prayer called journaling. You can take note of that. Why you think you are afraid. Note it down. And try to see what type of anxiety are you going through. What type of signs are you seeing? Like somebody just said in the questionnaire that you wake up suddenly in the night and you are panting. Yes, you can note all those ones down. What are the signs that you are seeing to help you know? Because sometimes you might not be able to diagnose anxiety or say, I need to seek help. But before you seek help, there are things you can do. And these are some of the things we are looking at as in tips that can guide you to see how you can cope. So try to understand, identify the cause. Why am I anxious? Is it because of fear of failure? Is it because of lack of cash flow? Is it fear of recession? Is it new normal life? Because it could also be fear of what will happen next. Money is coming in, but you are afraid whether the money may stop coming in. Now there's a new normal that we need to get in. So you need to identify the cause of your anxiety. That's number one. Because for you to treat anything, you need to identify the source. If you don't understand the source, you don't be cutting it on the egg. And your own fear, your own, and let me not even be COVID-19, may be loss of job. But we said it might be as a result of COVID-19. So COVID-19 is its own. COVID-19, oh, I might contact the disease. I might spread it. Oh, the number of deaths. How many deaths today? Those are some of the anxiety that might even affect you from getting out of your bed. Everywhere you turn to now, the social media, both good and bad, true and fake news all over. But the truth is that COVID-19 is here, but we are trusting that it has not come to stay. It will go. It's for a time. But while we are in need, you need to identify what fear it has brought into you. What type of fear. Then number two, coping strategy is that you need to avoid what we call victim mentality. Avoid becoming a victim mentality. How do I mean? Don't demonstrate hopelessness, helplessness, that all is gone. Oh, my business is gone. No. In every problem, there are opportunities. In every problem, there are opportunities. So don't demonstrate or don't exhibit hopelessness. If that business is going this way, you can become creative and come with another dimension. As I said earlier, webinar is another dimension to solving the on-site training. That seminar. Now we have webinar. That's the way to go. So avoid victim mentality. Avoid victim mentality. Don't see all hope is gone. I remember there was this story of these inmates, the prisoners, they were convicted and they were sent to the prison. And as they entered the prison in the night, one will look outside the window. At the moment he looks outside the window, you know what he will see? He will see stars, stars, stars. But the other inmate, the moment he looks outside, you know what he sees on his own? He sees the mud wall, the mud wall. The one that sees stars every day is hope, keep bright, and one day I will come out of this and I will see the bright daylight. The other one that keeps seeing mud wall, after some time, he lost hope. He committed suicide and died. What a wasted life. Whether the one that saw star, he was able to go through the years. He was able to go through the pains, and eventually he was released and he eventually saw the stars. So I want to encourage you, don't avoid what we call victim mentality, to say all hope is lost. There's nothing I can do. It's not my fault. Let me just give up. No. Because hopelessness, as we said, will lead to depression, and depression will lead to suicide. you can be creative even in this COVID-19 era. Having identified the cause of the anxiety, think of how can I beat it? How can I overcome such? Then number 3, coping strategy for your business not to fail and for you yourself not to fail, for your mental health to remain, is that you need to be optimistic. You need to be optimistic. You need to be what? Optimistic. You know, in life, there are things you can control and there are things you cannot control. There are things you can control and there are things you cannot control. So when you focus on things you cannot control, anxiety will keep growing higher. But when you focus on things you can control, then you keep, for example, COVID-19 has come. You can do your part anyway, but taking the pandemic era, ending it, might not necessarily be in your hand, but you can control your disposition towards the COVID-19 and its concubines and its associates. You can control the way you think. For example, I said here, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Don't even bother at all. So if you think your business will fail, then failure is imminent. But if you think you can make it, even despite this challenging time, then you see the ideas will come in. Business idea, because when you have this negative attitude, I can't, it will close your brain. Your brain will not be able to think. Your mind will be blank. But when you have the attitude that, oh, yes, I can make it, I can, then ideas will come in and you see yourself being creative. So be optimistic. You can control your thoughts. You can control yourself. So see it from the positive angle. I remember also this story of this cup of water. The cup was half with water. An optimistic person will say this cup is half full. Whereas a pessimistic person will say this cup is half empty. So the ball is in your court. Is the cup half full or half empty? So you need to see the way you see. If you're an optimistic person, you see from the positive angle. You are creative and see how can you make the best out of this. Then, having said that, number 4 tip is that you need to embrace emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, that's the in thing now. You need to embrace emotional intelligence. You know, we have talked so much about intelligent quotient, IQ. But there's another phase which we call emotional intelligence. Your ability to understand and manage your emotions, your own emotion and that of others. Because this anxiety we are talking about is an emotional thing. An emotion can be good or bad, or emotion is neither good or bad. It's your reaction that follow emotion that will make it good or bad. For example, you can be angry. That anger can make you you can be angry with poverty. And that anger may make you do all manner of struggle, do all manner of work in order to get out of poverty. That's anger. And you can also be angry and go and slap your boss or do something unnecessary. So anxiety is an emotion and you can use it positively or negatively. With this anxiety emotion, you can wake up and start to think of better ways of doing things. So emotional intelligence has to do with your self-awareness, who you are. Why am I afraid? Why am I anxious? Then you have to do with self-regulation. You can control your thoughts. You can control your feeling. It's under your control. Then we talk about others' awareness. Because you are not an island, you need to also understand the people around, the people you are working with, even the people you are doing business with. You need to also understand them. You understand? So you're talking about self-awareness, you're talking about self-regulation, you're talking about others' awareness, social skills that you need to do to need to also convince your participants or convince your customers to remain with you despite the change in the nature of business. You know, becoming aware of unpleasant emotion as they creep into your consciousness can help us. And then you are afraid, or because you are anxious, or because you are down, you need to be aware of this emotion, whether pleasant or unpleasant, and use it to your advantage. Then, as we said, we talk about others' awareness. Having said about others' awareness, we talk about, okay, I'll take your question. Let me still move on. Thank you. Please let the question keep coming in. I'm getting the feelers. Let them keep coming in. So the next one is you need to stay connected with people. No man is an island. Just as a step further from emotional intelligence, others' awareness. You can't do it all alone. Even the business you are doing it to meet people's need. You are trying to meet a need. So you need to also join business group, join a network that you can share the problems together. Somebody said problem shared is half solved. So you need to join a community, a business community, whereby you can discuss better way of doing things. And here though there's this physical distance, but you know the internet age has helped things now. So we have what we call social media, whereby you can join different platforms, you can share ideas and rub minds together. You know, sometimes when you share this problem, it makes you understand that you are not the only one going through it. That, oh, the fear is, you know, sometimes you think you are the only one anxious. You are the only one afraid of fear of business failure. You think you are the only one. But when you listen to other people, you know that, no, it's not only you. We'll still talk more about that. Then, having said that, number 6 is that you need to engage in self-care. You need to engage in self-care. Friends, if you don't take care of yourself, the wealth gotten, you know, when you struggle to get wealth and you fail to take care of your health, that wealth will be used to take care of your health. So health is wealth. We need to take care of our health. Even in this time of anxiety, we need to take care of our health. You need to engage in self-care. And how do I mean? Take care of yourself. Don't just be panicking and be risking your life to do what you should not do. It says sit at home. No, say no. I must make a living. I must get out. If you get out and you run into a wrong, and there will be a problem. So you need to take care of yourself. Relax. See opportunity in this lockdown and this era. Relax your mind. In that relaxation, that quiet moment, ideas can come in. New business idea can come in. And who says you must remain on a business level to survive? Different idea can come in. Then you need to exercise, do exercises. Why we need to exercise? Just to relax the body. If you just stay indoor and you don't do anything, see the body will become stiff. It's just that you are weak, you are tired. And it's because you are failed to exercise, because the body, the muscles will be thickening up. So what you need to do is to exercise, stretch yourself, take walk, move around. It will relax your body and it will relax your mind. The body and mind, they go together. So when you relax the body, it will help you to relax the mind. Listen to good music. Listen to music that can calm you down. Listen to music that can calm you down. Then you need to also sleep well. Though anxiety may cause you not to sleep, anxiety may keep you awake, but rather listen to music or things that can calm you down. And when you are calm, you can sleep. When we get there, please don't use sleeping tablets because it can also lead to, it can accelerate the disorder. Don't, make sure if you are getting any tablet at all, get it from mental health practitioners. Let it be a recommended one. Don't just take Valium because you want to sleep and forget the problem. It can worsen it. But make conscious effort to rest, to sleep, and to exercise. Listen to good music, listen to inspirational songs, and you can avoid overthinking and overload of information about COVID and co. Then, number 7, I want to believe you are following. Yes, let me just get your pulse. Let me see. Yes, please, I want to get your pulse. Send something on chat. Just say yes, yes. Let me know that we are together. Thank you. Just say yes, yes. While we take the last 3. Yes, yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Just yes, yes. Thank you. Yes, yes. Valentine or day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Thank you. So let's take the 3. Thank you. Yes, let them keep coming in. I'm happy you are following, and I'm happy that you are very active and engaging. So we want to look at volunteering and helping others. That's also another way you can take care of this anxiety, helping others in time of this anxiety. How do I mean? Sometimes it's not only by physical. You can send text message, to encourage others. Call others. Say, how are you doing? How is business? Send a word of encouragement to others might also help you to ease your own burden. You know, I remember a story. There was a woman that was bereaved and she was sad. And she now went to a magician. He said, sir, give me a remedy to sadness. Give me a remedy that will take away this bitter feeling. And you know what the magician told her? He said, you need to go and get a mustard seed from a home that there's no sorrow. Go to a home that there's no sorrow, get a mustard seed from there. Then I'll use it to make concussion for you. And the woman was relieved. He said, okay, I'll go to people living in mansions and get, because I know in mansion, people living there, they have no problem. But to her surprise, she got to the first mansion, very mighty house, and she entered and said, oh, good day, sir. I know this is a mighty mansion. I know you people are happy and living well. Please, I want to take a seed from your house, mustard seed, so that the magician can use it to prepare charms for me, so that it can take away my sorrow. And the people in the home looked down and they started telling the woman what they have been going through in the past weeks, the evil that has befallen them, and all manner. And by the time they told the woman the story, the woman was not the one consoling them. Ah, you mean you are going through this problem? And she started to console and encourage them. Console and encourage them. She went to another place again, in that mansion. She told them the same thing. I have come to take a seed, mustard seed, to prepare concussion, because I know in this home there can't be sorrow. This is a mansion. And the people also likewise told her their story. And she began to also encourage and counsel them. Before you know it, she forgot about her problem. And she was able to solve other people's problem. The moral lesson there is that when you take attention from yourself, you are likely to become a better person than when you are selfish, trying to say me, myself, and I alone. Look at how you can help others. Look at how you can use your skill to help others. Move to another zone, which we call growth zone, whereby you can help others become better. See how you can encourage somebody, tell somebody, share ideas with somebody, help others. It will make you feel better, happier, healthier than those acting just for me. You know, some people just want to be given. Give me. Whereas they don't want to give others. So that's number 7, talking about how you can help others. How you can help others to become better. Then number 8. Which we talk about how you can help others solve their problem, how you can help others. And in helping others, it makes you healthier. Think of better ways you can do things that will change other people's behavior. All right. Number 8, we look at number 8. You need to engage in positive activity. Positive activity. Yes. Engage in positive activity. Engage yourself in positive activity. For example, we have been advised by WHO and NDC what we need to do as part of our own contribution. What are we to do as an individual, as a business person, as an individual? You need to also engage in all this. You need to engage in all this. And what are some of them which we know very well? Washing of hands, avoiding touching your face, staying at home, avoiding all unnecessary shopping and traveling. These are advice that are given as part of coping with anxiety. You need to also honor this. Do it as your own part of contribution to avoid the spread and to mitigate against the risk of the spread of this. Because when the spread is minimized, it will also minimize the anxiety, it will stop the spread, and it will help us. So please, let's ensure that we observe and we do this activity It has been specified. It has been spelled out. Stay at home. If you are told to stay at home, please stay at home. If you are told to distance yourself, please do so. It's for your good. And when you do it, it will also encourage your self-esteem. It will help you to stay focused. So much that it will help not only you, it will help others. By the way, it will ameliorate or reduce the spread of the disease. So please do same. Then number 9 is that you must take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and action. Take responsibility. You must be a CEO of your behavior. It's in line with what we have been saying, but we don't need to highlight that. You must be a CEO of your thoughts, your feelings, and action. As a business owner, you must be in charge. You must take responsibility. It's possible that people can keep pushing blames to others. A disease we call excusiasis. You excuse yourself of everything. You don't want to take responsibility. But in order to ameliorate this anxiety, you need to take responsibility. Take responsibility of your thoughts, your feeling. Know that I'm in control of my thought. For example, there is this saying that you cannot stop a bird from flying over your head. You are aware of that. But you can stop it from making a nest over your head. You can stop it. So you cannot stop negative thoughts from coming. You cannot stop fear from coming. It's normal to a large extent, but you can minimize it. You can minimize it and you can control it. Life is about taking risk. Here we say calculated risk. So don't stay idle and say, oh, until everything becomes normal and we return to a traditional way of doing things, that's when I will start and use that as an excuse to keep wallowing in fear, in anxiety, and in depression, which can lead to suicide and which will lead to loss of lives and the like. So you need to take responsibility. Be responsible. Take responsibility of your thought that I'm the one thinking, I'm the one engaging fear, and I can control this, I can stop it. It's a state of mind. I can stop it and say, no, I can't be afraid. So talk to yourself. Do a self-talk that I'm in control of my thought. I'm in charge of my feeling, and I'm in charge of my action. And I will take steps to ameliorate it. I will take calculated risk. I will think of flexible way, creative way of doing things. Don't use excuses for staying idle and encouraging business failure or business loss. You can think of other ways by which you can do your business. And finally, you might need to seek help from a psychologist or therapist or any mental health professional. As I said, it's not a stigma to seek help from experts in this area. It's not a stigma. So you see that it's going out of hand. For example, like a question I was sent in, that you wake up in the night and you start to panic, or your heartbeat start to beat very fast. What you need to do in that situation, before you get out of hand, you seek help. If you see that it's being consistent, it's not just 1 day, 2 days. It's getting now this era we're looking at now started in Nigeria end of February, and you see that this thing has been your pattern for like a month, 2-3 months. Then you know that care need to be taken. You need to seek help. Seek mental health professional. Get to them, discuss with them. It's not a stigma. It's not out of place to seek help, to talk to somebody, an expert. And just as you have been told that there are helplines which the center here will make you understand, whereby you can see online counseling and way to go about it. I want to believe that some hotline will be given, whereby you can even do what we call psychological first aid. Get first aid from psychologists, whereby you share your problem with them and they can help you. There's what we call mental health first aid. All this first aid, it will help you. And by so doing, it will calm you down. It will give you way forward. And if you are calm down, then you can think properly and it can help you do your business well. It can help you. Thank you. So having said that, quickly also, what are unhealthy coping strategy? When we are doing that healthy, then we need to look at unhealthy coping strategy. This may not be you, but please, it can also be for the benefit of others. I can also advise them. Some, in order to calm themselves down, they want to be high. Some can be on drugs. Some can say because of loss of job now, no more employment, no more business, sales are going down, inflation is coming. They can go into drinking themselves to stupor so that they can forget the problem. Some can also go into drugs, wanting to stay high. All these will worsen the problem. It will worsen the problem. Unhealthy coping strategy, zooming out on computer, through computer and TV. Some now, they stay glued to the computer, to the TV, wanting to know how many deaths are we recorded? What's the inflation rate now? What is the price of crude oil? Oh, it is falling. Oh, is it now $15? And they keep battering themselves with unhealthy thoughts. They keep increasing the anxiety. Yes, it's good to be informed, but please avoid what we call overthinking and overload of information. Yes, COVID has come, but yes, get to know, but don't just overflood yourself, overbug yourself with news about it. Oh, which state now? How many deaths in Lagos State? Oh, it's increasing. You will affect yourself. Then the next unhealthy coping is procrastinating or idleness. Don't stay idle and say I won't do anything until we come back to the normal life. Who knows whether we are now going? No, there's a new normal now, a new normal life whereby everybody is wearing face masks and the like. So there's a new normal life which is new. So before might look abnormal, but now it's normal. Social distancing is normal now. You know, there are a lot of things that are, so don't say because of this era, you now push everything and say I will not go to market, I will not buy anything until the COVID-19 is gone. Yes, COVID-19 will go, but before it goes, life must continue. Business must survive, and your own business must survive. Then don't take it out on others. You know, some people now will experience violence, domestic violence, because they're anxious, they are afraid, money is not coming in, business is not as booming as usual, then they take it on others. They start to could be beating the wife, beating the children, or shouting, screaming. These are unhealthy coping strategy. It worsens the thing. Because when there's no peace at home and there's no peace in the business, you worsen your state. Then there are other avoidant behavior. Avoid other avoidant behavior, withdrawing from friends. Some just want to withdraw. Some want to just keep sleeping and forget the whole thing. And for students, some, when the school even open, some may skip it. But for you to participate in this webinar, it's a way to say that, yes, you are looking for a positive way of coping so that this COVID-19 will not affect you. As we have noted, where do you need to go to seek for help? Please seek help from a psychologist or a counselor or a psychiatrist or mental health professional. It's not out of place to seek help. And that help can come in various dimensions. The help can come in various dimensions which will help you better off. Always be thankful and let life continue. Your business will survive. I want to thank you by saying that never give up in this season and any season at all you find yourself. Even when the business fails, business failure is not the end of life. A talk will soon be coming on how to handle business failure. But please note that failure in one business is not the end of life. You can always rise up. You can always rise up. We are not desiring or praying that your business will fail. But even when it fails, if one business fails, you can sample and do another. You have heard of so many that have lost or that have had business failure, like Thomas Edison and all of them. But they came out of it better. You can come out better. This is a challenging time. It's a trying time, but don't give up. Don't give up to the trying time. Talk to yourself. Encourage yourself. Look for better ways of doing things. And at the end of the day, you see that you will come out better. Even in the COVID era and in the post-COVID era. I want to sincerely thank you so much for being part of this telecast. I will be taking your questions now, one after the other. And some that we cannot take in other sessions, we will take them. Then please, don't forget to attend to the post-evaluation quiz. The post-evaluation quiz will be popped up. Please make sure you attend to it while I take your questions. Please let the questions keep coming in if you have not sent in yourself. Okay. Thank you very much. I have Peter here. I think we have attended to this. It has been wonderful so far. Please, are there physical symptoms for this? Yes, we have discussed the physical symptoms. If you have really followed and we see them on slide, the physical symptoms, even the video show, made us know the physical symptoms of anxiety. Some of them have to do with panicking, your heart beating very fast, you know, something butterfly in your tongue and stomach, the body is weak, high blood pressure. These are some of the symptoms, physical symptoms. As I said, we have physical symptoms, we have psychological symptoms, and we have behavioral symptoms. All right, sir, can being anxious lead you to making right decision at all time? Can being anxious, that's from Valentine, can being anxious lead to you making right decision at all time? No, please underline at all time. That's where I want you to take note of. Might not be at all time. No, we talk about emotional intelligence. There are sometimes you don't make decisions under pressure. You don't make decisions when you're anxious. You need to calm down and make right. But sometimes if you're in a hurry, because you're under pressure and you make decision, it can be a wrong decision. So it can't be all time. Sometimes, as we said, anxiety can also keep you on your toes to make you to struggle and be active and do everything to increase your performance. But it might not be all time. So you need to be careful while making decisions. It might not be at all time. So please take note of that. It can help you, but not at all time. Now, Victoria, what will you advise someone that sleep and suddenly wake up with increased heart rate? Thank you very much. I think I've also addressed this, that these are signs of anxiety. That means you are not sleeping well. So there's what called panic anxiety. And sometimes it's an increased heart rate. That means something is getting out of hand. You are nervous, you are afraid. Please make use of the coping strategy that we have listed. But if it's not going down, please seek help. Seek help from mental health professionals. And there are hotlines that will also be released from this center where you can talk to people that can also counsel on how to go about, because every problem is unique on its own. Every problem is unique on its own. So I might not be able to say, I've given you things that you can use to cope, do exercise, talk to yourself, calm yourself down, and be optimistic. By so doing, you can calm down. But if it's consistent, then please seek help. Aisha, thank you very much, said, what if you find it difficult to talk in class and also unable to answer questions due to fear? Is this normal? Thank you very much. I want to appreciate that. Thank you. There's what we call public speaking anxiety. But what I tell my students is that if you are told to come and talk or make a presentation, as individual, you need to overcome this anxiety. And how do you overcome it? Is by practicing. I encourage students to make presentation in class. So I find it difficult. I can't face crowd. Yes, you can't continue with that. You can't. Yes, you find it difficult to talk. But how do you overcome that too? Is by practice. Before then you go to speak, your tongue might be twisting. But if you do it the first time, second time, before you know it, by third time, you overcome the anxiety. So that could be public speaking anxiety. You understand? To an extent, it's not because of your personality. You might be a shy person. Yes, you're a shy person, but you can overcome it. And people have overcome it. I personally have overcome it. You understand? You might be afraid, oh, if I talk, what if I make mistake? But by the time you talk the first time, the second time, you see that you are over it. Thank you very much. I want to believe you have answered that. Please, if you have that's AJ, please, if one has slept during the day and not able to sleep at night, is that part of anxiety? And no, I will not say that is it. Depending on, anxiety has other symptoms that goes with it. If you have slept during the day, like you are taking time to sleep, so you might be awake in the night. There are some people, they are night people. You know, we have different personality as individuals. We have night people, we have day people. Some people are very good at night. They work better at night because daytime they might be distracted and they have a lot of ups and downs. So they stay better at night. So if you sleep during the day and you are awake in the night and you are doing your job and you are doing fine, then we can't call that anxiety. But when you now see that there are other symptoms that you want to sleep but your heart keep beating and you see that you are not, then you have a problem. Yes, it came. Thank you for your question. Said, can having a strong support system essential for entrepreneurial lifestyle and network for an entrepreneur? Knowing how much business crumble during this episode. Yes, we have said it. If you follow the talk, we said you need support. A support system, yes, can help you when a problem shared is half solved. Sometimes when you go to such a network, a business network, a business community, especially people doing the same business like you are like to be a better person, sharing ideas with them, and they share ideas with you. You rub minds together, especially in this pandemic era. People can tell you better way of doing things so that you know that you're not the only one. Sometimes when you don't share idea, you don't discuss, you think you're the only one going through the problem, and it can aggravate it. But when you have made others to know, or you share your problem with others, you discover that it is the problem. All right, this is an anonymous question. It says sometimes I get pressed so that I might mess myself up if I don't get up to the toilet almost immediately. My heartbeat goes high as a result of anxiety. Please, how do I overcome such? Most of the time it happens when an unexpected event pop up and I don't have control over it. Yes, this question might be a bit complicated. Complicated that it might not just be due to anxiety alone, but it's possible that maybe you have fear of darkness. That's under phobia. You are afraid of getting up because it said here you get pressed, and if you don't get up to the toilet almost immediately, your heartbeat goes high. So you need to find out, sit down and know why will your heartbeat goes high if you don't stand up immediately, or why will you not even stand up immediately to go and ease yourself when you are pressed. These are some of the questions we need to look into. So in this case, there might be one-on-one discussion to find out why you don't want to get up. Is it that the toilet is far from where you are, or you have fear of darkness? You understand? Because as a result, how do I overcome this? Most of the time, it happens unexpectedly. Why do you think, these are other, but please, number one, deal with the fear of darkness. Why is that you don't want to stand up? It could be irrational fear. That's phobia. Identify the phobia and deal with it. And as I said, you must understand the cause. For you to solve any problem at all, the cause must be identified. All right. At what degree of anxiety can one seek a psychology? Thank you very much. At what degree? When it starts to affect your daily living. Normally, anxiety disorder, and anxiety is classified as a disorder when it's persistent for at least a minimum of 6 months. 6 months. But you might not need to wait till 6 months before you seek help. Maybe something is persistent. You see that it keeps coming. For example, 2-3 weeks now, it's just like your heart is beating very fast. And it's bringing high blood pressure. If care is not taken, it can impair your mental health. And you don't want to suffer mental health, or you don't want to suffer mental illness. So please seek help. Seek help. Don't wait till 6 months. You understand? When you discover that thing is impairing your normal living, it's affecting your daily living, then you need to seek help. All right. He said, what is the name of the prolonged anxiety that impair human behavior? Oh, are you asking me? That's the question you have to answer. We have discussed 2 types of anxiety. Anxiety disorder. You understand? Those are the 2 broad classifications: normal anxiety and anxiety disorder. Because anxiety, it becomes a disorder when it starts to affect your normal living. And that's the same question Ismaila asked, that at what degree you seek a psychology. When it starts to impair your normal behavior, which we call anxiety disorder. Thank you very much. Yes, Omololu, you apologize that you joined us very late. What if you have to put a lot in your business and you are getting great results, but suddenly the same business was started beside yours is bigger and was a competitor and it's about to bring down yours, you can compete with them. Should you give up on the business or what can you do? Thank you very much. Omololu, you said you joined us late, but I want to believe in the course of this we have discussed that number one, it's normal to have fear of failure, fear of competitors. They are normal, but don't let that put your own business down. You understand? Don't say because the business that side beside you is thriving. What you need to do is that what is making that business to strive? Is it using internet to facilitate the business? What is it doing that you are not doing? Because you can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result. Look for a way. What is it doing that's making him to get a better result that you are not doing? Then you too can introduce that into your business. And it's a friendly person. You are doing the same business, then you can interact. You can discuss. You understand? So don't let others compete with yourself. Don't necessarily compete with others so that you don't give yourself hypertension. You understand? Say he's thriving before. Why is he no more thriving again? Why is the return going down? Would it be because of lockdown, COVID-19, pandemic, and the like? So try to find out why is that business not thriving again. And when you discover it, try to tackle it. But please, compete with yourself. Don't compete with that neighbor to the extent of high blood pressure or closing the business. The fact that the business is not growing well today does not mean to not do well tomorrow. So please don't give up on that business. It will thrive. Thank you very much. All right. There's another one here. I really don't know why I feel so worried about failing every time. Talking about work, academic career generally. How can I overcome this fear? Thank you. If you look at all our coping strategy, I want to maybe send in this question before we look at all the coping strategy. To a large extent, fear should keep you on your toes. You need a degree of fear. You need a degree of anxiety. It's a social signal. You understand? So it's an emotion that can also help you. So having fear is not bad in itself. It's the response or reaction to that fear that will say whether it is bad or not. If you have fear that you may fail, it makes you as a student to put more effort in your academics and in your work as well as in your business. That fear can ginger you up, not to sleep too much, to stay awake. You understand? So don't be too worried about your fear. You understand? What you can do is to deal with that fear. It's a state of mind which you can deal with. And how can you deal? Identify the cause and do something to counter it. If you always fear that your academic, you say work, academic or career will fail. So what can you do so that it will not fail? Do those things and counter it. And you discover that in a short while, it will go. Then you are in control. You can also talk to yourself and say, no, this business will not fail. The same mind you used to think whether if I fail is the same mind you think if I succeed. So rather than focusing on failure, what if I fail? What if I fail? Think of what if I succeed, and you surely succeed. Then Adolf, how do I choose the right between taking a pay cut due to present situation and opting for a new job to untested water or business which you are not really sure of the outcome? Yes, that's why care needs to be taken when you are taking, and that is why you don't take decision under pressure. You need to calm down. Don't be in a hurry to jump out. Life is about risk, but you know I say you must take calculated risk. If you look at it under a coping strategy, you must take calculated risk. Don't just jump out. While you are taking the pay cut, you can start the business by the side. You can start it by the side. You understand? Then try to test run it. But don't just cut off one and jump into other. So do a calculated risk. Do your visibility study. I know a talk is still coming up on how to take business risks and the likes. So you'll be enlightened more on that, but you need to be guided so that it will not go contrary to it. Thank you very much. Then Peter, my namesake Arogundade, is saying that yes, true, COVID-19 has brought a lot of anxiety across board. No one is exempted. Thanks for this session. Streams of income are shrinking. Re-strategize is the way out. How does one cope with anxiety before things get better in the re-strategize phase or new phase of life that we are in now? Thank you very much, my brother and friend. You have said it all, that this COVID-19 is affecting everybody. It's not just Nigeria. It's a global pandemic. Things are changing. There's a new normal. And how do you cope? We have listed quite a number of ways you can, these are some of the ways. There can be other coping strategies. You can also develop your own. You can develop, when you identify the cause of the problem, you can develop your own way of, because you are unique. Everyone is unique and different. So what will help Mr. A to cope may not help Mr. B. You understand? So you can develop your own unique way. Depending on the business you do, as you said, you can strategize. Look for other ways of doing it. And by so doing, it will really help you. So there's no one way, it's not a one-way traffic. It has affected everybody. Good. Stream of income is shrinking. Good. He said, re-strategize is the way out. So your own solution from what you have said is you need to re-strategize. What other ways can you do? How can I do the business in a different way? And by so doing, and as I said, this is a 5-day online training, business psychology training. There's also, as you continue with this, there's a topic on how to cope with this. You understand? Business risk, handling failure, and as you go. So I want to encourage you to please be active participant and be there. Thank you very much. And finally, I have Ejiro. Thank you very much. Said, hello, sir. I really appreciate your lecture. That has been very helpful, especially in this trying time. Please, could you explain the embrace of emotional intelligence the more? Thank you very much, my brother, my friend. He said, how do you embrace emotional intelligence? Yes, there's this school of thought that intelligent quotient can get you a job, but emotional intelligence will get you on that job, will help you to keep that job. What is emotional intelligence? Just like we have intelligent quotient, that's rational thinking. Intelligent quotient, that's cognitive aspect. But this one is talking about emotions. Emotion talks about your feelings. You need to understand, you need to learn how to manage your feelings. Understand, how am I feeling? Reflection, self-reflection. Understand, how am I feeling now? Am I agitating? Am I anxious? Try to journal it, put it down. Understand your feeling. That's part of emotional intelligence. So why am I embracing that? You need to understand how to manage your emotion. You talk about self-awareness, who you are. You are not any other person. You are unique. You are different. So don't say because Mr. A is doing it this way, I must do it that way. No, you must appreciate your uniqueness. Who am I? I'm different from the other person. That's one. Number two, you must also be able to regulate your emotion. You are in control, sir. You are in control of your emotion. So you must be able to regulate your emotion and say, this is me. I'm in control. Fear, you have no place in me. That's part of emotional intelligence. How do I regulate my emotion? For example, you are angry. When you're angry, do you take action in that moment? No. If you are emotionally intelligent, you know that you don't take action in that moment. You need to calm down and take action. Then, just like emotional intelligence has two major wings, self-awareness and other awareness. Other awareness talks about you understanding other people you are dealing with, understanding their emotions. You have a business partner or you have a customer and they are going through this era together. There are things you can sell to them. It's not now you'll be telling them, come on, maybe you are pestering them too much. they are baptized with them. Put yourself have not paid, not because they don't want to pay, but now employers have not paid money. There's pay cut. Even some are not even paid at all. April, May is almost going now. Some employers are not paid because they have not made money. So if you are emotionally intelligent, you need to empathize with your customer or your client and know what they are going through. By so doing, you will not get angry with them. You can understand. So that's some of the tips about emotional intelligence. Understanding yourself and understanding others. I want to believe I've answered that. So thank you very much. I've attended to all your questions.
We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history.